Hello and welcome back. A couple weeks ago, the 4.0 patch has been released in NA. And since then we have covered the new Luminous class and the changes for the other classes. Today we are going to take a look at the new patch itself. Now this will not be a detailed guide, just a simple overview where I will cover a couple of important topics. Let's start with the leveling journey. The leveling already was fairly quick with the 3.7 patch. And now in 4.0 the campaign quests got a bit more condensed. For example, Elton only has 5 different campaign quests and ends with level 30. Theobomos only has 2 campaign quests, and in Ingison we have only 3 campaign quests anymore. The Luminous class is getting some special treatment here. Due to the Luminous coming from the future, she remembers some of the campaign quests and instantly completes them without needing you to do anything. So most of the running back and forth is not required with the Luminous class, but all other classes still have to do these quests normally. The max level for the 4.0 patch is level 65. If you follow only the campaign quests, including the campaign quests in the new map, you will reach level 61, or if you have your character maxed out with XP before the 4.0 patch, you could maybe even reach level 62. But from this point onwards, your experience gains are very small. It will certainly take some time to reach max level. One quest that I remembered from the 3.7 patch that gave a huge amount of experience was the Tartarus weekly quest. In 3.7 it gave 500 million experience. However, that has changed. In the 4.0 patch it got nerfed and only gives 25 million experience anymore. I don't know if there are any quests that they forgot to nerf. If you know a way to get a lot of experience, put it in the comments and I will pin it so other people can see it too. Alright, so let's now talk about the new map in 4.0, Tiamaranta Mesa. Tiamaranta Mesa Ground and Tiamaranta Mesa Sky is basically on the same map, but I will show you what I mean with that a bit later. An interesting detail is that on the world map, Tiamaranta Mesa is replacing Sarpen from Retail Aion, and not Tiamaranta as you would expect. As another little side mention, the previous map Lafsaran, or Rafslan in NA, has replaced Katalam from Retail Aion. I will not go deeper into that because that's a rabbit hole that I can spend the next 3 hours in. Instead, let's take a closer look at the Tiamaranta Mesa map. In Retail Aion, the Ilios and Asmodeans would share the Rancora fortress as a base in Tiamaranta because due to Karun's will, Ilios and Asmodeans can't fight each other here. In Classic, it is a bit different. On the left side we have the Ilios battleship Somnium, and on the right side we have the Asmodean battleship Nornir. Interesting name for the Asmodean battleship here. If you watched my Aeon 2 video, you will know what I mean. These battleships will be the main base in this new region, similar to how it was in Lafsaran. On the battleship are 3 dungeons: Alos Cosmos, which is the Dokkaebi realm in EU, then the Burning Citadel of the Sacred, which is the Burning Blood Fortress in EU, and one of the new dungeons, Labyrinth of Reunion. That is a 6-player dungeon with a daily reset. If we look in the top right corner, we see another dungeon on the map. This is the Fortress of Determination. That is also a 6-player dungeon with a daily reset. Now, I will not cover the dungeon and loot for now. We will do that probably next time or if I decide to make a guide for this patch. Before I will explain all these structures on the map, let me show you an important new thing about quests. On your battleship, the commander, in my case Ancanis, will give you a daily quest. It's simply talking to him and he gives you 3 order selection boxes. If you click on these in the inventory, you can choose between different orders or quests you then have to complete. But to understand that better, let's go back to the map for a second. All over the map you see these structures. These are watching eyes. There are small ones which can be captured solo, there are medium ones that you should do as a duo group I guess, And then there are the large watching eyes, and for these you will most likely need a group. So in the order selection boxes you can choose the Guardian order for the first small watching eye as an example. If you take that order, it will stay in your quest inventory for the next 12 hours. If you do not complete it in these 12 hours, the order simply vanishes and that's it. Now how do we complete this order? The order itself is not really the quest. It only allows us to accept the quest. Okay, so if we stay with the example of the first small watching eye, we have to go there and conquer the small watching eye by fighting our way through the enemies, gliding upwards and destroying the eye on top of the structure. It now belongs to our faction, which means some guards spawn and with it one NPC that has a quest for us if we have the correct order. Then we simply go to wherever the quest takes us, and as soon as we completed the quest, we can simply turn it in from the quest menu. We don't have to go back to the watching eye or the battleship, so that's very good. As I said, you get 3 of these quests daily from the commander on the battleship. But on the ship you will also find a bunch of black cloud merchants. These are these Shugos. On one of them you can read Order Bundle Sale. From this guy you can buy new orders for Kina. You can buy up to 4 per day for around 50,000 Kina per order, 6 per day for around 150,000 Kina per order, and up to 999 per day for 1.3 million Kina per order. The 1.3 million Kina per order are way too much, but the 50,000 and 150,000 Kina ones are definitely worth buying. So most likely you will get your 3 daily orders from the commander, buy the additional 10 orders from the Shugo here, and then you can set out and grind these daily quests. One thing to remember though is that while the 3 daily orders are choosable, the 10 orders from the Shugo are completely random. You won't know where he sends you. It will be good if you familiarize yourself with this new style of buying quests basically, because in the new 4.5 map that released a couple weeks ago in Korea, this system sticks around. As you already know from the Lafzaran map in 3.7, buying return scrolls is also a thing here in Tiamaranta Mesa. They cost 26,000 per piece and that's quite expensive. The teleport around the map is also quite expensive, with it sometimes costing 30 or 50,000 Kina. But luckily the daily quests also give a good amount of Kina. I, for example, with no previous resources on NA, did struggle for the first 2 days, and since then I've gathered a good amount of money. The fact that you do not need to buy skill books anymore certainly helps a lot. Okay, that's pretty much it for the ground of Tiamaranta Mesa. Now we go into the sky. You can either teleport there directly with the help of the Shugos, which costs you almost 60,000 Kina, or you can use the wind stream of a large watching eye. Simply glide on top of it and it will push you all the way up into the sky. Up here you can freely fly around without worrying about your flight time. There are a few quests that you have to complete here, and the rare chests will also spawn up here, and they will be very contested. Everywhere on the map you will find these amber lights. Small and medium ones are found on the ground, and these give you either 20,000 or 40,000 Kina. Medium and large ones are found in the sky, and these give you either 40,000 or 100,000 Kina. So roaming around the map has a small additional benefit if you find a couple of these. And that should be pretty much it for now. If I decide to make a guide or something for it in the future, I will certainly go into more details, but that should give you a quick overview of the new map and the new 4.0 patch. I hope you liked it, and if you have any questions, feel free to join our Discord server or ask them in the comments. With the FGT for Aion 2 done, we hopefully will get some new info about Aion 2 soon. Anyway, have a nice day and see you next time. Bye!